the podcast your children like, the podcast that your grandmother is fairly in love with. This is Street Savvy, the podcast with the host Jay Works with the most. Ladies and gentlemen, take a good look at this handsome man. Take a good look at Keisha's husband. Wow. Let's start with that. Lakeisha's husband. Let's take a good look at that, folks. That's what we're doing here tonight, is taking a good look at the man, the myth, the one and only, he, Jay Works. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about Igeria's dad, Sonny's dad, the three Jerry's dad, Isaiah's father, Nay and Shay dad, Jaquan's big homie, Unique's #1 father. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just bringing the love here. I'm not responsible for the oldest 80s music, but it sounds good. And I'm not apologizing for nothing, but I don't copyright it. It ain't mine. It's whoever comes up. Survival music, Hulk Hogan's old coming out music. I like it, folks. Hope you like it too. Let's go. We got a great topic for you guys tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed In the 1 Minute with Jay Works. It was a fantastic show. We touched on a lot of things about the migrants, in which is part 2. We doing here on Street Savvy about what's going on with the migrants and how they wreak havoc on American soil. So let's go, folks. Let's get into it. The eye of the tiger, ladies and gentlemen. I wonder if I got the eye. Yeah. Like I said, I'm Lakeisha's husband. I've been Lakeisha's husband since 2009, ladies and gentlemen. I've been Nigeria's dad since 2009. Love you, baby. Love the world you walk on. Love the ground you kiss, baby. Woo! Fabulous drink, my producer. Yes. I'm going to tell you folks what Lakeisha told me just to start off the show and get it right. Lakeisha said to me on my wedding day, we was at the altar outside Onondaga. Yes, Onondaga Park up here in Syracuse, New York. Beautiful day we picked, which is that day is 8/12. Yes. And my wife said to me, he's my best friend, to the pastor, God bless her soul, Patricia, which is formerly known as Lakeisha's aunt. She said right to her, he's my best friend. And since that day, I always had that in my mind. If you're not your wife or your husband's friend, you are no good. You are no good to each other. And today, I'm still my wife's friend. God bless. I think we need to clap for that. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I'm going to tell you one thing I always told her before we get the show started, since we are telling them the right things. I always told Lakeisha, I didn't give it a moment when I felt like she was down and out, or I was just too much to handle. Just like any black man is, I told her, listen, I'd rather see you happy with or without me. And you know what her rebuttal was to that? She says, you will be hurt without me. You'll be crying without me. You won't be nothing without me. And I looked at her, I almost told her something, but you know what? A lot of that is truth in some situations in life. You both need each other. And some people you don't think you need, you don't know until they're gone. And that's where the sentiment goes when people says, you will never know you have something good until it's gone. And that's what she right about. I don't know about being hurt, but I'll be truly discussing with myself if this marriage didn't go where it should go and do what it should do. And that's honestly, folks, definitely. Let me do some technical workout. Nigeria, dad needs you. By the steps. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Madonna. Papa don't preach. Turn this over this way. Yes. Bring it all the way up. Right there. Look over. Now push it back. Yep. Bring it back towards you. No, bring it over. Keep bringing it over towards me. Great. That's good. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said again, we got a great topic for you tonight. It's just part 2 of, is the migrants here in America for peace, or they're here to start trouble. Let's go right at it. Some of these migrants are here to cause hell. They're here to bring ruckus. They're here allegedly for terroristic things, to terrorize our city, and are aware of knowing of living. I live in a life where we do. These folks are not happy. These folks are not happy to the free room and board, the 9,000 to 8,000 allegedly a month, from here in Chicago to Detroit to you name it, to Florida, California, Las Vegas, on all our borders. The migrants are not happy. Majority of them, they want more than what they're getting. And some are talking they're talking trash talk. I was looking at it online just several days ago, and one migrant, it sounds like he was Venezuelan. I don't know, don't quote me on that. He said, no money for you, no more money. And he was saying it towards the black woman who was telling him, listen, if you don't like it, get out. He said, you mad because you're not getting no money. Well, let me tell you something, my brother, wherever you from, because I don't know where near, and I'm a God's child. I'm hoping that, your conversation you have with someone soon down the line, you meet some of these American folks. We are great people, especially the black and brown community. And no, we're not mad about no money, because they ain't gave us nothing in a million years. They ain't going to give us nothing now. No matter who America gives the taxpaying dollars to, or healthcare, or childcare, SNAP, food stamps, you name it, SSI, they're not giving it rapidly to black and brown Americans. So we know that already. We've been know that. But what are we doing? We showing the mockery in the disrespect American government shows towards black and brown community. We are making a point of what's going on with this system. How black and brown has always been treated. They showing us their true hand. So right now, and this is fact, a lot of government will say, hey, get them up out of here in my state, get them out of my city. But no, you warranted this in the beginning. A lot of you American-made government, old white men, old black men, old white woman, old black woman, who's in government, who's at the hands of power it be, y'all warranted this. It was a chink chink for you. It was $1 for your city to be in your pocket. But now the tables have turned and the migrants have shown you they had gave you their ASS to kiss. So now some of you American government leaders, you're backing off. You're backing off. No, we don't want the migrants here. Look at down in New York. Black mayor at that. Oh, he warranted it. Now he don't want it. He want to bust them and get them out. A state assembly leader in New York taped the migrants almost 4 weeks ago, getting their cars towed 5 a.m. in the morning, 6 vehicles, 2 SUVs and 4 sedans. Cars look better than me and yours, trust me. Getting towed from a tent where migrants lay their head at. So, ladies and gentlemen, America, black and brown community, let me tell you something. Let me tell you this this is for people in general. Allegedly, we are getting showed that if it ain't a vote, if you ain't trying to be accountable for what they believe in, they will try to get you exempt and out, black and brown. Allegedly. So what you need to do is start being a community activist. Start building, finding ways to partnership with someone black or brown and start building your community from stores, supermarkets, laundromats, housing, buying these buildings with 3 or 4 brothers from the block. I'm giving you math and knowledge. No matter what money you got. Right now, all money is good money when it comes down to you surviving, welfare, economics, and guess the biggest word of the conversation is? Because the biggest word is generational wealth. That's for your grandkids, your grandkids' kids. So if y'all want to call it the hood, the streets, the urban neighborhoods, you guys need to come together and get busy. Because what the American government is doing, sending the migrants to downtown in your neighborhood, putting them in 3 to 5 to 4-star hotels around the country, giving them $9,000 a month, which is recorded in Chicago, Illinois, which got the Illinois people going crazy. It's all types of innuendos, true fact towards the Democratic Party in Illinois, the mayor, the governor, the state and city leaders. The Illinoisans are tired, and they speaking out rapidly, folks. If you don't believe me, go online and look at what the Illinois folks are doing daily with press conference. They're approaching people. They're having right community meetings. They're speaking straight from the back of economical situations that they're running into today that we never had to, in which we should before this, because gang violence in Chicago is at its highest. Black on black crime is the worst in the world to me. I think personally, some people want this to happen for the migrants to invade in a lot of these communities, especially in the black and brown community, folks. I want you guys to hear this and wreak whatever havoc, good or bad, on folks who don't vote, who don't care, who's ignorant to society, and the migrants just to get in good faith. I'll vote. Who are you? Joe Johnson. I'll vote for you. You wanted me here? Yes. That's what my personal opinion is. And a million other folks think the same way I do. And here's what I say to the community at large. For you rappers, you sports figures, you dignitaries, black and brown, for our people, start building inside your community today, especially you rappers. You ones who got the opportunity, who done got out and got a couple of dollars, which I mean 8 figures. Here you go. This is your chance. Go get one of these buildings in your city or state that's been abandoned or been sold. Get a lawyer to go into court and see what's been taxed and seized because they owe taxes. Let me give you some knowledge. Get a lawyer, because the lawyer can get it quick enough. Go to City Hall. Get your lawyer to go to City Hall. It's knowledge, folks. And get him to look up what building, what property has been taken because the previous owner couldn't pay their tax. And you pay the taxes and it's yours. And we can start building. We, not you, we, all of us. The Donald Trumps in the world started the same way. The Mo Vaughns. The Marcus Cambys. There's one local artist that I featured last week. And I want to give him a shout out, but give him some advice. The young rappers from the south side of Syracuse. He's been sought after from a mid-level label. And Polo G is the co-founder of this label. The artist's name is Scory. I don't have the background on his name, his government name, but I know him as Scory. Scory, you got the chance of a lifetime right now. With some new music coming out, you are a proud example of what comes out of upstate New York or any other city. You can make it happen by starting to voice your opinion through your genre of music. How you feel about the city of Syracuse and the economic attributes that you can take a part of today, my young brother. And on a platform level, I'm here for you. As far as an avenue, we can get there. And when I'm singling you out, because I think you have a chance. I'm not talking to the Chris B's of the world who's doing it. I'm not talking to um, other artists, Tootsie. I'm not talking to these artists. I'm talking to you. You have the chance, Corey, to really do something for your community, your city, Syracuse, New York, with that new music and that genre you about to hit the city with, hit the state with, hit the world with. Bring it home and rebuild your community, man. Open up a store, supermarket, clothing store, a teen center. Laptops don't cost nothing, my brother. You got 4 schools surrounded, 5 schools, are surrounded by the neighborhood you lived up in, Scory. By putting a teen center in the middle of town with your name on it, you're blessed, or putting a studio economically that will work for you and your community, my brother. As well as Quay too as well. Quayshawn Blunt. A lot of you guys got opportunity to get your community better through your music. And I'm offering you a platform here. On all the platform channels I have, I'm offering you a platform. Because right now, the migrants on every level is stepping on our beliefs that we believe in, black and brown. I'm not talking about no white folk, no Puerto Rican, nothing else. Look what's happening, folks, to the economy around us, in front of us. It ain't no one standing beside the black and brown community right now but us. We have some fake leaders, some wannabes. We have some sprinkles of some good city councilmen, and some city councilmen just won't show, men and women. But you took looking at a man who puts in work in our community daily. I police these streets at night more than anyone, any cop in this town. I advocate for any young child or children, men and women in this town. I speak to a lot of different genres every day in this city and state. And on the politic level, I bump heads with a lot of politicians. My constituents, I do. McNarelli, our great female senator, Miss May. Yes, I do. But we got to give it up now. Because the migrants are coming here showing their ass. ASS, their ass right now. They fighting cops. They beating cops up bad. They out in front of the hotel where they stayed at in New York, in Manhattan, putting middle fingers up, talking crazy, telling black folk you mad, no more money for you, no more money for you. They talking crazy, the migrants is. And here in the local level, at Syracuse and local hotel, I'm not going to say the name, but they here. 75 to 120 migrants at a local hotel here in Syracuse. And some are working. Some want the working way, the American way, which whatever that is. In my eyes, that's peace, delivery, respect, welfare, and the number one most best thing for what I feel about in my country and my house is generational wealth. And you got some migrants for it, and you got some that's here to seek and destroy. The numbers is astronomical by what's going on with these migrants. Since 2023, at the southwest border, southwest of our country, it's been over 40% more increase than the 4% of 2020 from 21 to 22. Astonishing numbers. From September of 2021, it's been 18% more since Joe Biden has got in the White House. So, Sleepy Joe, a lot of this is on your platform and on your plate, on your cabinet, on the people you put in front on the borders. It's on your plate. Joe Biden. Around the world, folks. Around the world, there's 281 million migrants that migrated in countries that they're not born in. 281 million. That's a huge number. Go look it up. Nationwide, it's up 178% migration. So, folks, some must believe allegedly that it's terroristic things these migrants are up to. I just seen the local news, not local, let me correct myself, NBC, Fox showing people from China, migrants from Japan, Guatemala, with some high-tech bags, leather bags, nice looking shoes. And he was asking, where you trying to go? Some said California, some said New York, some said Chicago, some said Florida, some says Boston. Yo, allegedly, these people already got their plan set, folks. These migrants already got their plan set up. What they're trying to do, what they want to do, what they want to conquer. And that's the land of the free, home of the brave, freedom of speech, get some of this good American way, however you want to call it, or seek, destroy, and conquer, allegedly. The music in the background are the oldies, great hits from 1980s. I am not responsible for the copyright of the music or the production of the music. But what I do on this platform, I listen to great music, and it's the 80s music that I was brought up on. And this is Cyndi Lauper, Time After Time. I think this is Cyndi Lauper. Don't quote me on that. But this migrant stuff is getting crazy. Since 2000, folks, I'm gonna run this number by you. Since 2000, migrations internationally, worldwide, it has risen. For people who's not born in these countries, 281 million people, and 40% are female migrants. Man, they seeking and conquering. And you know how much half America, majority of America, think with their penis. So I'm gonna leave that thought with you guys. It's gonna get crazy. Now, I'm not sitting here saying all migrants are bad, all migrants are terrorists, all migrants are in for some bull, but I don't know who's what. And yeah, I know some is working hard, want a little bit of American way, want some weed, want American sex, want American lifestyle, or just want to live peacefully. Yes, I've seen some of that. Yes, I see that daily. And yes, on the public airwaves, on the news, and what's happening downstate in New York, those jokers are not playing. Now, let me get into this. Let me get into some double standard type stuff. If that was me or you jumping on a cop in New York City, in Manhattan, we'll be in jail. We'll be up under the jail. We will come to court in bandages, wheelchairs, teeth out, eye out. It'd be horrific in court. If it was somebody, if it was me, I'm gonna say me. Jerry Jerome Works. If it was me, what? You got 7 migrants. 2 has been deported. 3 has noted, allegedly has been deported more than once and still back for more. So then you got our governor gets live footage and says, I quote, "We have no tolerance for that nowhere in New York State. I'm going to see that they get prosecuted to the fullest and then deported." Hey, Governor, let me say something to you. That's true and dandy, you sticking up for the police force. You got all right. As a human being, you got all right. As a leader of the New York State, a person who's leading Albany into the next decade, hopefully, you got to do better than that. You got to be more steadfast than that. I'm telling you, Miss Holcomb, you got to get steadfast in that. Because one thing I do know, your predecessor, he would have got busy. He would have got busy. And the mayor's predecessor, Blasio, he would have got busy. Would have got busy steadfast on that ass of them immigrants. Allegedly. Because what's going on in New York State and around our country with our borders being flooded with immigrants is conquer and divide. And I applaud what those folks doing on Laredo and down there in Texas and El Paso. The Border Patrol, the city and state leaders, they getting busy. They are getting busy, folks. Broadway Black, what's up, baby? Mr. Joyce, how you doing, family? They are getting busy down in Texas. They're putting up barbed wire after barbed wire. They're fighting the Supreme Court ruling. The governor's getting busy. I'm just saying, Miss Kathy Holcomb, I'm a part of security in New York State. I know a bunch of men and women in law enforcement up here in New York State and in Massachusetts. Go on and put that bill for security to get right. So we can get right with you. Go on and listen, draft a bill, and I got one at my desk about helping to secure the borders the right way. In the avenues that y'all done gave to the migrants, the place of living y'all done gave these folks. Draw up the math. I know hundreds of security officers, armed, licensed, would love to help solve this problem. Because one thing we all missing, this is America's men and women tax dollars are getting used to house in the welfare of these immigrants, right? So why not employ righteous men and women in America, taxpaying dollars, security armed civilians to a contract? Yes, to a contract to help the men and women in blue fight this genre of ignorancy that some of allegedly migrants are doing in our cities and states. That's for you, Governor. That's for you. Kathy Oakley, that's for you. That's my plea, my pledge to you. Because, ma'am, y'all gave our money, some of sweat and tears, our tax money, to some people who don't give two craps about anyone around them, beside them, in front of them, or in back of them. Won't you put it back in our hands? Show us some faith, some real honesty of trait from you. Because listen, Miss Governor and Mayor of New York, however you want to like it, election time is right around the corner. And the ones who's ignorant, or the ones who never got off their kickster to come vote, they definitely gonna vote yo behinds out of here. And brother, I'm talking to the mayor of New York right now. Brother, I'm steadfast focused on what job you doing in New York. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm not jumping on my brother. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna get on a platform and ever disrespect a queen or a king that's my color or near my color. But my man, you got to go steadfast in that, because election season is around the corner, and I'm hearing and I'm believing in the people of New York, you ain't gonna be there. You were voted out already. It ain't no secret. They not supporting you, my brother. And that goes for any mayor, especially in Chicago, city council, assemblymen and women around this country where the borders are exploding over with migrants. Election season is around the corner. And betrayal is right around the corner. You know what they told me when I was younger? And I don't know if you folks out there are going to agree with me or not. Karma comes back and bites you. Public men and women figures, leaders of this global nation. Look at Sleepy Joe. Quote, look at Sleepy Joe. Joe Biden's whole campaign from 2016 on up was all about border. Don't let him put the wall up. Don't let Donald Trump do this. But Donald Trump was the one, no matter how much you don't like him, Donald J. Trump was saying, hey, I want to build a wall. And a lot of us, nah, that's egregious. That's this, that's that. He's racist. That's this, that's that. But I want to know, how wrong or racist was he? By saying they are thugs, they rapers, they murderers, they this, they drug dealers. They flooding our borders. How wrong was he? I don't agree with Donald Trump on a lot of things come out of his mouth, because it's much compelling than what we do say out of our mouths. But facts. He was speaking some facts. Folks, Donald Trump was speaking facts. And Democrats ain't had an answer for that yet. And I hope one, and it's they showing, but I want one to be a man and a woman to step up to the mic and say, listen, one thing about Donald Trump, I may not see eye to eye with him, but he was factually right about the wall. Because this report, folks, that Sleepy Joe is fighting his age, and he's fighting Father Time and Mother Nature. He's starting to say things out of his feelings and out of his membrane he don't got no more. It's press conference after press conference, Sleepy Joe was saying things that don't connect with what's in front of him. So I don't know what his press secretary is writing up for him. I don't know if it's a monologue going crazy or Joe just ain't seeing it right. But Joe just had a recent press conference, not even in days and hours, and Joe just sat there and laughed at all the questions. Not even Donald Trump sit there and laugh. He'll say something back to you. So I don't know if that's a strategy that you guys are drafted up for us, Sleepy Joe, but it's something wrong mentally and physically going down over there, allegedly. And not a big point. None of these countries was trying us, was threatening us when Donald J. Trump was in office. or when Barack Obama was in office. Now they're trying us, coming 5 to 4 feet, 10 feet from our fighter jets. Boats are nearing shootouts, 20, 30 yards. These other countries are trying to stretch us out in 5 to 6 wars so they can attack us strategically. Not checkers, but chess. Checkmate. And then we flooding our country with migrants. Folks, you do the math of what's going on in front of us, black and brown. Over and out, America. Look out for your own backyard. Keep up the home belief for your friends and family and your loved ones alike. Stay on your politicians, your state and city leaders steadfast. God bless America. God bless America. God bless America. And I'm over and I'm out. Remember, this is Jay Works, Street Savvy, the podcast. Please subscribe, like, and share. I'm loving this music. Give me one more minute, folks. This is Madonna back in the 80s. Give me some volume, please. No, I'm sorry. That's Cyndi Lauper. I'm so sorry, folks. Cyndi Lauper. Oh, I'm gone again. Hey, Cyndi. Come on, Cyndi. Wanna have fun, 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 fun. See, that's one thing with the music from today, folks. You can understand the music. You felt the music. You was vibing through your body, the music that came out of the folks' mouth. The genre was beautiful. But today, it's only 5% doing that. I love you, America. I'm gone this time. Let's go, Works. Tell me what I do.